So this is our non-stop rolling coverage. On your screens are the latest pictures coming in from the United Nations headquarters in New York. Niranjan, our editor, is on the go and we'll get him live in a short while from now. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to reach shortly, where he will be the fourth speaker amongst the first batch of speakers who will be taking stage today at the Climate Action Summit, which is being hosted by the United Nations General Secretary. Now, India has underscored its agenda very, very clearly when it comes to climate change and the action that it is taken. And India has constantly maintained that it wants to grow sustainably while ensuring that citizens get all the benefits of development. A very, very key policy, key mantra when it comes to India's agenda vis-a-vis climate change. What we also know is that the underscoring of Prime Minister Modi's constant message of zero defect, zero effect model. This is one mantra that has been reinforced again and again by India when it comes to its plan vis-a-vis climate change. What we're also talking about are the steps that India is taking. Today, it will be leading the coalition on transforming industry along with Sweden. In fact, we're also hearing, and ministers have confirmed that very soon the first campus in India will come up, which will capture carbon. Now, this is something that has been discussed and spoken about for many, many decades, but no really concrete steps have been taken. And India will soon have a campus which will capture carbon emission, which will be trapped in this campus and will soon be used as raw material in other factories. We have Niranjan, who's on the go, and he's breaking down all the details. Niranjan, focus today in New York. Not only the bilaterals that are coming up today for Prime Minister, packed schedule, but also India's very, very strong role when it comes to the Climate Action Summit. And like we've been telling our viewers about the message that the government has constantly reinforced about sustainable growth while ensuring that no citizen is deprived of development, and also about the zero defect and zero effect policy. What else can we expect today, India? Niranjan, what's on the agenda? What's on India's agenda today?
But I'm just going to break down the information that we have as far as the Prime Minister and the Prime Minister's engagement with the UNGA is concerned, and Prakash Javadekar, the Information and Broadcasting Minister, and also the Environment, Forest and Climate Minister has said, and he has said that India would grow sustainably and at the same time ensure its citizens get the benefits of development. I'm just going through the blueprint that he has said before the Prime Minister attends that summit. He has, of course, spoken also about setting the context for the industry transition. And this is at the Climate Action Summit of the UN Nations, the United Nations, where he spoke yesterday. This is Javadekar, who was there, who's been camping in New York. He also, Sagarika, underscored the Prime Minister's zero defect, zero effect model, where no products, will have any adverse effects on the environment. As far as the Climate Action Summit at the United Nations is concerned, it has been hosted by the UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, aiming to boost action to implement the 2016 Paris Blueprint. But as far as India's submission at the UN is concerned, I think we've had some scoop today on Republic TV, where we were able to pick up some details of what India's blueprint is going to be. Likely, agenda will also be on pollution-free production, of how India with its partners will focus on how the aluminium industry can become a positive contributor to a net zero economy by creating mechanisms for low carbon aluminium. Some more pointers that I'm picking up, that India with its partners will demonstrate how steel can play a key role in a net zero emissions economy. Increase industry consensus on the steps needed for the industry to reach net zero emissions. Present unified front when engaging policymakers on what is needed, and create mechanisms to create markets and demand for low carbon dioxide steel. Now, this is the industry blueprint that the government seems to have when the Prime Minister attends the UNGA, with a focus on climate change. And as far as the second agenda is concerned, the information that we have picked up, that we've been also breaking all through the day here on Republic TV, is environment for all, which means during the session today, India will highlight how countries could secure basic amenities to their citizens without damaging the ecosystem. In addition, preservation and enhancement of ecosystems could well be worked on while providing food, water and electricity. Action to fight climate change and India's commitment to solar energy. Solar energy India has contributed with $1 million to install solar panels at the UN office in New York. This is something that the government has been highlighting, which even the UN, India's ambassador to the UN is highlighting that India has contributed $1 million to install solar panels at the UN office in New York. So, of course, it's very symbolic of what India wants to do, and it's a statement of intent. On that note, I'm taking a short break. We're just crossing over to Manhattan, where the UN headquarters is located, and we should be reaching there in a few minutes from now. It's a long drive from where we were staying today, but tomorrow we will be, and from tomorrow until the 28th, we will be camping at Manhattan. So today a little bit of a delay in getting there, but stay tuned. When you come back, we will be in Manhattan, close to the UN General Assembly.